Welcome to Too Fond of Books. My name is Janelle and this is Murder Mystery Monday. But this is Murder Mystery Monday, March Mystery Madness style, which means you are getting 2 books instead of 1. Before I reveal the 2 books for today's Murder Mystery Monday video, I need a book that I found that fit yesterday's 2x2 mystery game, which was an urban thriller. I'm going to go with Blue Monday by Nikki French. This is a book that I am really excited to get to this month. I've heard a lot about it, and it's supposed to be really good. Frida Klein is a psychotherapist, and this book involves the abduction of a 5-year-old and the potential involvement of one of her own clients. And so, yeah, I'm excited to get to this one this month. Okay, so for today's March Mystery Madness video, I have a pair of books for you that have unusual jobs. The first one that I did for March Mystery Madness had unusual settings. For today, we are going with unusual jobs. So this is a fun way to pair up books, I think. So the first one is Awakening by S.J. Bolton, Sharon Bolton. The Truth Doesn't Hurt, It Kills. This is one of her earlier books. It was written in 2009. And I love Sharon Bolton. If you've been watching my videos at all, you'll know I love Sharon Bolton. The main character in this book is a wildlife vet, which I thought was a fairly unusual job. I don't know if I've ever read any books that feature a wildlife vet, so I thought that was interesting. The back reads, "How did it all begin? A few minutes before 6 on a Friday morning, and my quiet, orderly life went into meltdown. When a man dies from what appears to be a random snake bite in a quiet country village, the hospital seeks the expertise of wildlife vet Clara Benning. But the post-mortem reveals this was no freak accident. Clara finds herself drawn into the hunt for a brutally inventive killer, putting herself in grave danger as she unravels links to a barbaric ancient ritual, an abandoned house, and a 50-year-old unspeakable tragedy." Sharon Bolton writes fantastic, really suspenseful books. Yeah, there's always a lot of tension. Yeah, I really like them. So I will read to you from the first chapter. How did it all begin? Well, I suppose it would be the day I rescued a newborn baby from a poisonous snake, heard the news of my mother's death, and encountered my first ghost. Thinking about it, I could even pinpoint the time. A few minutes before 6 on a Friday morning, and my quiet, orderly life went into meltdown. Okay, so the first book that I want to recommend for you is Awakening by Sharon Bolton. The next one is Belinda Bauer, who I also really enjoy. She's from Wales, and she just writes really, again, like Sharon Bolton, really suspenseful, tense books that are phenomenal. So the one of hers that I want to recommend is called Exit, and it's one of her more recent ones. This is from 2020, and the unusual job in this one is that the main character is an exiteer. And I will explain that as I read the synopsis and the beginning. So here we go. Felix Pink is retired. Widowed for more than a dozen years and a painfully literal thinker, he has led a life of routine and is not unhappily waiting to die a hopefully boring death. He occupies himself volunteering as an exiteer, someone who sits with terminally ill people as they die by suicide, assisting with logistics and lending moral support, then removing the evidence to take the burden off their loved ones. When Felix lets himself into number 3 Black Lane, he's there to perform an act of kindness and charity, to keep a dying man company as he takes his final breath. 15 minutes later, Felix is on the run from the police after making the biggest mistake of his life. Now his routine world is turned upside down as he tries to discover whether what went wrong was a simple mistake or murder. Intriguing, right? Yeah, this one was really interesting. All right, here we go. From the beginning. The key was under the mat. As usual, Felix Pink found the predictability comforting, even if the predictable outcome was death. Here we go then, said Chris, putting the key in the lock. Chris talked too much, but Felix never said anything about it. He imagined it was nerves. He himself had stopped being nervous a long time ago. Now he cleared his throat and adjusted his cuffs and followed his accomplice inside. So there you go, Exit by Belinda Bauer. So for today's Murder Mystery Monday recommendations, I'm going with unusual jobs. In The Awakening, we have a wildlife vet, and in Exit, we have an exiteer. So, have you read either of these books? I would love to chat with you about them in the comment section down below. And before I say goodbye, it's time for another round in our game. What kind of book are we going to have to look for in today's round of 2x2 mystery game? Let's find out. Roll number 1. 2 is gender. So, female detective or a male detective. Roll number 2 gives us 4. Type of detective. All right. So, will it be an amateur detective or a professional detective? Roll number 3 decides it. Here we go. 1. We will be looking for a female amateur detective. I'm already thinking of a female amateur detective. What about you? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you for another video soon. Bye.